Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 2nd of August, 2024. First of all, check out the new look of the setup now with the new camera and everything. It looks a lot better, doesn't it? I think the lens is wider angle on this camera. So now with the new August setup here, look how nice everything looks. The colors are popping. The background is awesome. 60 frames, way more color now in the background. So I'm pretty pleased. People really seem to like the new layout for the month of August today as it debuted. So what happened today? Well, first of all, I came back from break and talked a little bit today about the break, but really not that much because nothing really happened. It was just more of me sweating it out in incredible heat here in Washington State during the summer, running errands and spending some time with my wife. But outside of that, we talked a lot more about many things, including Grand Theft Auto Vice City starting tomorrow on DSP Throwback, as well as other stuff going on DSP Throwback. We talked about all the upgrades and things that have been going on. We talked about schedule for this week and the different games that I'll be playing. We also talked about the fact that it looks like I will likely be appearing on the Kino Casino show on Kick over the course of this week. We just don't have the date and time and everything worked out yet, but it looks like we're going to do like a kind of a demo run, see how it goes, feel it out. If it feels good with those guys, then we may be doing a co-op react to the Review Tech USA documentary, which I have a hunch is coming out in a little over a week's time. Okay, so we talked all about that. We had a ton of game news to cover and no time to cover it because we had so much discussion and stuff going back and forth talking about all this stuff. Plus, the weirdest thing happened. My camera, all right, actually enabled its self-control that's run by AI. I'm not kidding. What happened was I had to restart my PC a couple days ago at the end of the night, and it resets the camera settings. So when you go like this, it then turns on the AI, and the AI starts following you. So I started moving, and the camera panned this way automatically. It panned this way. I was like, oh, this is really creepy. The camera won't leave me alone. Like, the camera is following me all around the room. And it was odd. And then the camera turned off. I was like, what? So we basically did a whole reboot. So there was a lot of technical difficulties and stuff on the show today because the camera went haywire. I mean, it's a new camera, and that's what happens. You get a brand new camera, and all of a sudden things are going crazy, right? Anyway. So, a chock full podcast, but didn't even get to talk about game news. We'll have to tackle that tomorrow because we got so much to talk about. Game Informer closed today after 33 years. Very sad. And we'll talk all about that on tomorrow's show. First stream today was Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. And it was pretty good, I would say. We got pretty far. We actually, first of all, checked out my results from last week's World Championship Run Challenge, which wasn't that bad. I actually made top 8% of people who did one of the challenges. I was like, wow, I did that good. I'm shocked. I didn't think I would have done that well. Then we did a whole bunch of new challenges and speed runs and stuff. And then we actually did the new weekly challenge, which is very difficult because get this. The final part of this week's challenge, you had to speed run Super Mario Brothers 1 from start to finish in one go. They told you how. They actually included a strategy guide that showed you how to go to the warps so you can turbo through the game, but you still had to beat entire stages legit, and I didn't know what the stages were, so I did it. I beat it. It was about 8 minutes. Speed run, not bad. But I definitely could have done better if I had known, like, if I did it again right now, I'd probably improve by, like, a minute, you know? But after 8 minutes of doing that, I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that again. That's too arduous. It's too strenuous, you know? It would be one thing if there were checkpoints that you could resume from, but to do it all in one go over and over, it is too much. So, anyway, it was great. It was a great day of Nintendo World Championships. Had a lot of fun and pretty good support as well. And then on the late stream tonight, we had an overly stressful, unexpectedly annoying stream of Street Fighter 6. Do you want to know why? Because Capcom, for some weird reason, performed maintenance the other night, and they reset everyone's master rank. Now, I had worked very hard for a month to get M. Bison to master, and then to get him high up in master. He was at like 1,600, 12, 13, 17 points, something like that. And on the way up, and I was doing well playing better players. Because I was fighting the better players, it was actually more intelligent gameplay. It was more satisfying. It was tough, but I was learning. They reset it. So because they reset it, guess who's back? Literally every terrible flowchart player has returned, and I have to fight them endlessly again. Tonight was one of the most frustrating Street Fighter 6 streams because Capcom said, let's just erase everything you've done. Ha. Why? I don't know. They didn't add any new characters. They didn't tweak any gameplay elements. Nothing was rebalanced. So why did they have to reset the ranking points? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and it totally pissed me off. You know, I played like maybe a half an hour, 40 minutes of casual play. Then I was like, well, all right, I guess we'll go to ranked since it seems like everything's reset. And then it was literally flowchart Ken, flowchart Cammy, flowchart Ken, flowchart Cammy, flowchart Jury, flowchart GJ, flowchart, all nonstop flowchart top tier characters. But here's the funny part. Fought a Blanca, great matchup, beat him. Fought a Dalcy, really great matchup, beat him. Fought Zangief, beat them all. So anytime it's not a top tier flowcharter, I won if the matches were good though. Like the matches were fun because it wasn't the same shit over and over. But now the problem is they literally put me back into the pool with the idiots. So now I have to deal with a bunch of idiots. And it pisses me off because I earned my way out of there through hard work. And Capcom said erased because they're a bunch of assholes. All right? So tons of rage. Tons of pain tonight. The good news is by the end of the night, I had earned a few points. A precious few rank points. But at least I ended up in a positive direction. But man, it is like torture because these easy mode top tier morons who just do their flowcharts, the Cammies, the Kens, the Scrubs, they just get away with it over and over. No intelligence, no fucking knowledge of how to play Street Fighter. Just get lucky with one hit, push you to the corner. Now you gamble for the rest of the round. And it's like, come on. You know, and the thing is, I'm rusty with Bison. I haven't used him in 2 weeks. So I'm trying to get better, get back into the swing of things. It's like, and now I have to fight endless flowcharts to doing this? Like, come on. So, just to forewarn you, yeah, you would think, oh, this is great. Phil would have continued his ranked climb. Nope. Couldn't, because they reset it. So now the stream tonight was very frustrating. But I think as we make more progress, it'll get better again. Once we get out of these weeds again with the morons, and we get to the good players, it's going to get good again. We're going to have like those last 2 Bison streams that were super good. We're going to get back to that level. But we have to fight our way back through the morons. So, you know, I'm debating because I'm playing this again Monday, and I'm like, maybe on Monday I should just play Bison ranked again, and hopefully within 3 hours of the day stream, we'll punch our way through the idiots. We'll get back to smart players, you know? So, apologies. Because I know many of you were probably like, man, I thought we were past the time when Phil was so angry playing Street Fighter, but I can't seem to stay out of it because they threw me back in. Capcom threw me right the fuck back in with the morons. The other thing I will say this too, it would be nice if I could play different players, but you notice every time I play, it's the same people. And that's the reason is because it does regional matchmaking. Even though I tell it to go further, it just gives you the best connections regionally. So you play the same scrubs over and over and over. I'm tired of playing the same fucking idiots who suck. But they, you know, I can't get away with it. I can't get around it. There's nothing I can do. I got to tough my way through it. All right. But anyway, a great supportive day, a fun day, a stressful day because it was all stressful content. Tomorrow, a different kind of day. Tomorrow on the Level 1 podcast, I absolutely will take the opportunity to do gaming news because we have a lot of it to do. And then in addition to that, we've got some other topics to discuss for sure. And then we'll jump into Marvel Rivals closed beta for the final time. The beta actually ends, I think, on like Tuesday or Monday. But I'm going to play it tomorrow for the final time and try out characters I haven't tried yet and maybe go back to characters that I liked previously and give you my final thoughts on it. And tomorrow night will be Stardew Valley Chill. So I hope you'll join me for that. Okay? Guys, everyone, please have a good night. Thanks for a great streaming day. See you in the morning. Peace out.